All right, welcome to this present moment. And while we have this moment together, let's make it sacred. Let's make it special. Let's not just squander an hour of our day. We could make this one of the most valuable hours of your week, or at least your day. At least you'll have a good time. So take a deep breath. I'm reading from the World Order of Holistic Unity from Swami Yogiraj Vethathiri Maharishi, the last living Siddha in a line of yogis that goes back thousands of years, all the way before the flood, in fact. And the whole science is understanding the nature of ourself. It's not, what I'm sharing with you is not a religion. It does come from within the Hindu culture. And so sometimes the words and the practices are drawn from the East. But it's not a matter of what name you call God. But by whatever name you call God, I want to invite you to breathe in and call. Call the divine and create a space in your heart for the divine to dwell. Let the love in other words. And as you breathe out, let everything else go. Let the day go. Let your challenges go. Let your fear go. Let your concerns go. I invite you, like we're just going into the geothermal hot palms in Pohoiki Beach, just sitting in this bubbling warm water, enjoying the cool breeze, watching the palms sway, smelling the salt air, the plumeria, and the cool breeze with the warm water, relaxing your back. Just breathe in and imagine this warmth going into your back, into your shoulders. Bring your shoulders up a little bit. So you want to be sitting up straight. We want to meditate, but you want to be as relaxed as you can be. So let go and let God. Just give it over to let yourself be meditated rather than trying to meditate, is what I would suggest. Just let me love you is another way. Like I'm going to give you a massage. I want to give you a spiritual massage. I just want to move energy in your body so we can let go and dissolve any negative energy that might still be clinging, because that's typical in a life. We're here to learn and grow and evolve, so we get challenged. So let's breathe in. Where are you feeling it? Is it in your muscles, tendons, bones? How are you sitting? Is it in the back of your neck, your face? Let's just give it some love. And as you breathe in, just breathe into that place for you where there might have been a little pain or tightness. And you breathe out, you just let go. So it's like I say, let go and let God. Let the divine take over, and it will. And so breathe in, and now we can add to this meditation. Breathe in through your nose, by the way, and expand your belly as you inhale. Most of you know diaphragmatic breathing already, but it's just for the reminder. Inhale and expand your belly like a bellows, and let the air come down, and you'll feel the electromagnetism being drawn in from around us, from our magnetosphere. In fact, there's a North Pole and a South Pole, so there's an electromagnetic field. And it is imbued with the signals, the code, if you will, like DNA, for the innate intelligence of the Earth. The Earth is all aligned with the imprints in this field, is another way to look at it. And then your body has imprints in your field. And part of what we want to do through these different exercises is let go of erroneous imprints that are discordant and not attuned or aligned with the divine flow, the Tao of now. So breathe into the Tao of now. Just be present to the divine flow. What brought you here? What was that volition? What caused you to pick up the phone or whatever device you dialed in with? And what brought your spirit here? So the mind and body are aligned, but even more powerfully, it was your spirit that brought you here. So we're here to kind of help each other, to reinforce really what we already innately know and bring more light into our own awareness. So just breathe in, galvanize your focus of attention with your eyes. So the eyelids are closed. You're just focusing on your third eye. And I'll get into this in more detail as I read from the Maharishi's book. But I want to feel you. So bring your hands up now, cup your palms, and just connect. And we can connect wherever you are, anytime, 24 hours a day, because spirit isn't disconnected. minds and bodies may reside in different places, but we're all interconnected through spirit. And that's what's so beautiful about it. And it actually moves beyond the time-space continuum. So as you inhale, just pull it in like you were tuning into a radio station. Kind of like Enlightenment Radio. Most people listen online now, but if you were listening through FM, and it's on FM in some satellite stations, as well as blogs, but you would feel it. There's like a tuning fork. Let your fingers vibrate and just pick up the vibration. And so what the Siddhas are teaching, what Swamiji taught me, what he asked me to teach you, and now what you're teaching, the more you practice, the better you get at this. It'll come very naturally. So breathe in and let the energy come down your arms and into your heart. So what happens is you, just like a tuning fork, if I struck a tuning fork and put it in the proximity of the one nearer, it would just naturally start picking up the vibration. There'd be a harmonious resonance. And all day long, people go to their cell phone, and every time they go to their cell phone, and many times when they go on a computer, to at least some degree, or another electronic device, they're inundated with these discordant vibrations. The pulsations in the light, the sound current, and it's worse on TikTok. There's a war for your brain, and it's dumbing down the consciousness of mankind. So this moment gives us a chance to, okay, let me defrock my brain from all the BS, first of all, the propaganda and so forth that comes in through news feeds, social media or news, wherever it's coming, neighbors. And there's also kind of a general ambience that's discordant whenever you're around these cell towers. And so let's get grounded, breathe in, and really feel yourself on the ground and that connection with the earth. And it's really a matter of you thinking about it and putting your attention on it. And just feel the weight of gravity pushing down through your bones and flesh. And just imagine you're moving into the earth itself and just plug into it. Because you are. But when you're mindful of being plugged into it, that connection develops and gets stronger. And it helps you stay grounded. So you want your feet on the ground, but we're going to move our head. We're going to move straight out of our head later. So just breathe in and feel that groundedness. Know you are protected and guided by the divine in all your activities, day and night, in all places. So Swamiji would always start, say, well, think of your mother and your father, your gurus, your teachers, your guides. Bring Christ in if you're connected with the Lord. And even if you're not, it's a good energy. Once you get out of the dogma of religion, you'll see that there's a light that started them all. And then they started fighting with each other about who's right and wrong and so forth. But let's let go of all that dogma and let's just get into the heart of it. God is love. And the answer in all the religions is love God with all your heart. And you can show that love by loving your fellow man. And it's really as simple as that. So breathe in and first keep your hands up for just a moment longer and feel your heart expanding as you inhale. So we're both growing. It's like working out. Like a muscle gets stronger when you activate it and push it. In the same way, your spirit is conducted through your body. Your body and mind are a vehicle for the spirit. You're not your body and mind, you're the spirit. But your body and mind have been associating with their own creation, just like you might identify with your car or your boat or your airplane if you're a pilot. Your body and mind are temporal, fleeting, and not ultimately even real. What you are is the consciousness itself. And so the whole process of meditation is simply to connect to the source of life itself within you that is you. The thing that made the Big Bang boom also made your heart beat. And it's causing your cells to regenerate right now. So breathe in and just for every breath, you just feel your heart expanding like you're blowing air into a balloon, and your capacity to receive love is growing. Because at the end of the day, it's really about love. It's really about, and I don't mean I love you and you love me, and of course I do, and I accept all your love in any form, but there's a deeper meaning of love that I want to address, and it's a more of an unconditional acceptance of who you are as you are. Not so much, in other words, your personality traits or what you look like or what you've done for me or how we like each other or so forth. Breathe in and feel the love within you that is you, in other words. So when we connect in spirit as spirit, that's a connection in love. So let's connect spirit, soul to soul. Now go ahead and bring your hands back down and just either lay your hands on your knees or in your lap. Keep your eyes closed but rolled up, gazing into the point between your eyebrows. And enjoy the ride. Enjoy the love. And so what we're really doing is connecting with something that's already here. So we don't want to start this like, okay, well, if I sit and, stare at my third eye enough, something will happen one day. It's not like that. It's happening right now. You're very listening to yourself after listening to me and deciding, okay, I'm going to look at my third eye. I'm going to tune in. And most of you have had experience with this already. To some extent, yeah, there's definitely a connection there. And you'll find that it's helpful. It's helpful physically because you're directing energy. It's making your soul body or your spiritual body stronger. Just like when you do work with weights or swim or do another exercise. We're exercising the flow of our spiritual energy in our body. And that vitality is what gives energy for cell regeneration. And when you're gazing into your third eye, you're stimulating both your pituitary and your pineal gland, that are the ductless glands in your sympathetic nervous system. And they are kind of the master switch for all the other endocrine glands and all the other, biology in your body, including the brainwave frequencies. It'll start to drop. And Swamiji is going to go into that in a minute, so I'll let him explain it. But this is like your natural biofeedback mechanism. It's going to take you into deeper and deeper levels, very naturally, simply by tuning in to a life force current in your body. And now as I'm working with you, it's just going to enhance it. It's like working with a trainer. You can go a little bit deeper, get a little critiquing on where to redirect your energies and get the encouragement, love, and support to keep going. So breathe in and identify with the volition that brought you here, the part of you that's watching or observing your own mind listening to these words, and the part that's giving you the impetus to continue and to evolve yourself, to realize your full potential, to realize the true nature of yourself, and to realize God. So hands are back down, and now the energy is going to come through my voice. So just observe the sound moving into that point between your eyebrows, that third eye chakra. So Swamiji says, we're on page 11, meditation is the process of inner travel. He says, as a first step in energy meditation, the main working center of the life force energy is to be charged. The master can do this within a moment by intensifying the energy field of the aspirant. And so this is what I'm trying to do with you virtually over the call and through the internet and phone. And we were the first group to do this that I know of. We've been doing this for decades. And so thousands and thousands of people have actually got initiated remotely. I've worked with more people this way than in person. And now, one example of that is bring your right hand back up again. So when I would be training with Swamiji, I would walk alongside next to him, and he would put his right hand after a blessing and getting in alignment. And there's other steps that are involved. But the gist of it is, when there was the right vibration and permission, your body's open, because we don't want to, we need that you are open in the heart to receive it, trying to blast someone with energy isn't a good idea in the beginning. It needs to be the right condition for that. And that's why you need the training. But that enhancement, what happens is the other person's body, it's kind of like if you do an acupressure treatment on somebody and the person you're trying to heal or help, their body will begin to tell you where to go. Like you can actually feel where it's blocked or open, or maybe what it needs. Maybe all of a sudden you get an insight, a certain herb or a certain way of moving your body. It can open something. Mothers feel this with their children when they need to eat or go to the bathroom, that kind of a thing. There's an intuition that's innate within us. And so we're trying to open that up from within you. And that's where a teacher comes in handy. To do it on yourself, I know thousands of people. I know a lot of people that have tried to do it on their own. And sometimes they get some progress. But I've never seen anything like this. That's why I practice it and teach it. So when the aspirant's life force energy is intensified, it's brought up through Muladhara. So this is down at the base of the tailbone, down by the sex glands. And it is moved up the spine through the sac of cerebral spinal fluid that your vertebra is encased in. It serves as the conducting material, similar to water in a battery. And the bottom of your tailbone is primarily negatively charged, and the top of your head is positively charged. And as you inhale, you're taking electromagnetism out of the air, and the left nostril, up in the septum, it absorbs the negative charge, which is called the Inda. And the right side of the nose picks up the Pingala. It picks up the negatives on the left, the positives on the right. There's Inda and Pingala, or the sun and the moon, Chandra and Surya. So there's different names. And these come down, there are nerve fibers in the spine that go down the side, and they meet again. So there's a negative current, a positive current that come down, and a nerve ganglia in the area of the coccyx bone. And when these two energies come together, they form the Kundalini Shakti. And that energy is the basis of life in your body. It's what supports your body at many different levels. And so from the tailbone, the coccyx bone, it begins to move up, and there's Muladhara. So, and what's so beautiful about Swamiji, he kind of explained in very scientific terms how things like chakras and energy in your body works. And what you'll notice is each chakra corresponds to the different endocrine gland in your body, and different endocrine glands in your body produce different hormones. And hormones are chemically encoded signals. They're molecules that take the vibration that it's picking up and puts it into the chemical code that in turn tells your body how to perform. So if we look at Muladhara, it's rooted at the base of the spine, and the endocrine glands closest to it that it supports are the ovaries and the testicles. And this is the chakra, the energy center, you would say, in your body that is associated with physical strength and creation. To get bigger, stronger, it supports estrogen and testosterone, the creation of a baby. All of that, you can call it the raw sexual energy, the component that creates the physical form. So a surplus of that energy, you feel it as your sexual arousal, typically. And it's that sexual arousal that creates new life. So different amounts of estrogen and testosterone are created. And that's why when women go into menopause, as an example, it's the body saying a need for more estrogen. And so it sends a signal, a cramp, or a different chemical component. And so you can balance that. That's why I want to talk about a lot of these chakras and association with endocrine glands, because if you understand how your body works, you can alleviate it and heal it better. Sushumna Nadi, as this Kundalini, and just picture this with me. Matter of fact, as we're down here at the tailbone, go ahead and squeeze your PC muscle. That's the pubococcygeus muscle. It's like a Kegel exercise. In yoga, they refer to this as the Aswini Mudra. And if you just hold your PC muscle, they call that a bandha. It's mula, as in mula dahara, mula bandha. And that helps channel the energy and move it up the spine instead of out through the sex glands. So there's a time for sex. It's not that sex is bad, but surplus energy, or a lot of the energy that you're creating in your life, you want to start opening it up and bringing it up to these other centers. It can help you. And colors are often associated with chakras too. So if you're going to use that as a way to subtly visualize the light down there, you could picture a red light, bright red light, very grounding. See it healthy and see it healing. And now breathe in and breathe up and feel the energy moving into the area maybe halfway between your pubic bone and your belly button. And it actually goes back all the way to your adrenal glands, which sit on top of the kidneys. They're another inch or so higher typically. But this area in general is Svadhisthana, and it's the emotional center. It corresponds to the adrenal glands and adrenaline. And it gives the fight or flight, the emotional energy of your body. And this is how energy gets then converted, you see, into the chemical. It sends a signal into the muscles, tendons, the mind, everything acts. Either I'm happy, there's the dolphins, or there's the shark, maybe I should get out of here. You know, whatever response, there's a chemical reaction resulting from an energy that you're picking up. So the next level up, so this is an orange color. Go ahead and breathe into this area of your body, just see it opening up. And we'll go up into the belly. And so it's actually the solar plexus. It'll go all the way up to the bottom of the rib cage. You can associate the color yellow here. And it corresponds to the pancreas and the spleen. And of course, this is the area of the body that's regulating your blood sugar and your mind, and how it thinks, what state you're in. So go ahead and take a breath in here and just see this yellow light shining, and continue to go up. So we're just playing a little bit, getting a sense of what's happening in all these areas. In the area of the heart, we have the thymus gland. Anahata is the heart. And of course, we kind of intuitively know there's a sense of love here, isn't there? So I want you to breathe in there, go into your thymus gland, and just feel your heart opening. For the more open you are to receive, the more you will receive. Matter of fact, you can bring your hands up again if you like. And let it in. It's about letting the love in. And so every once in a while, it's good to go up to these different centers and kind of feel them. And if you're shut down, if your heart's been hurting, or, just breathe in and let some love in. Give some compassion to your own body and mind. Breathing in and feel your heart opening. So this is, technically it'd be a green color, but everybody likes pink. I don't care what color you use. It's really that you put energy there. I want you to breathe in and just feel the energy. Just feel your heart opening. Like there's nothing tight around it. And you're reminding your mind that you're open to receive and letting it happen. You're being invited into the kingdom. Breathe in and let it in. Let the love in your heart grow. And as you breathe out, go ahead and bring the energy up now to the base of the throat. Of course, here we have the thyroid, the parathyroid. And physically, we think of assimilation, metabolizing food and extracting what we need. And it's coming to a fruition. This is also the voice box, the place where sound comes out. Ideas are verbalized. And in yoga, this Vishuddha section, so we were in Anahat, now we're in Vishuddha at the throat. This is symbolized as the expression of your higher self coming out. And that's why, especially in the early stages, mantras are so helpful in this. They attune our mind, words, actions to the divine and to the vibrations that we want to operate at. So picture a turquoise or an aquamarine color maybe. Picture a light. You can tap the base of your throat even. Make a little tap over there. Just breathe in and feel it opening up, the turquoise light. And from there we go up into the third eye. Now this is typically a blue light, although you can see different colors here. Some of you probably do. And when you see the colors, that's a sign you're going into the theta brainwave frequency, which is good. It means your mind is starting to slow down, and it's no longer fixated on a particular thought pattern, particularly. There's just energy, and your mind is projecting it. It's just like a TV's screensaver. So enjoy the colors, but don't get too fixated. Go into this sensation. Everyone breathe in right now, and bring your right hand up. I forget where we were at in this process, but bring your right hand up and cup your palms. As you breathe in, feel the energy collecting in your hand. And imagine maybe